Gentlemen, welcome back to the lineup, NBXL, Forum Barber Parlor, 5519 Yonge Street. Great start to the season. The West, unbelievable. Pels, are they for real? Is it sustainable?
I think it's crazy because the West is almost flipped upside down right now, right? And you look at the Pels and how they play, right? I was one of the people that was probably questioning are they real? Are they for real? Can this be sustainable? And they're going out there and doing it. And I think why it's sustainable is you look at all those guys. CJ, he's been in the shadow of Dame for so long, so he has a chip on his shoulder. Zion, everybody's talking about his weight, his injury. Is he injury prone? He's come out, he's playing with a chip on his shoulder.
Brandon Ingram,
right? This is a number 2 pick.
Killer.
And the Lakers they sent him packing,
they
right?
They have him back right now.
Everybody right now, that they're playing with that grittiness, that toughness, that chip.
I think the most important thing is look at they're having fun.
Yeah.
They're a real cohesive unit. They're having fun, you know?
Now, when you have teams that are together, that's the scariest thing going, right? You're not having an individual try to be the guy or anything else. You know who the guys on that team are already. I think picking up CJ last year was just massive. He was kind of in the shadow of Dame, but you pick up a veteran like that, he's just so calm and cool, and he has these kids focused because they're a young team.
Yeah.
And I agree with the comment about Zion.
Yeah.
You sit there for a year, and you can't help but see it. You got social media dogging you. Everybody calling you overweight. He's not for real. He's been for real from when we saw him.
Yeah.
Like he was bionic. He was like the Incredible Hulk playing basketball.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, you give him that level of time to take all that in. Now he's putting it on the league.
And always coming to town and you're playing them. You got to be prepared for a physical game, a physical match, and not many teams are built for that right now. So the success that they're having, and you can get me on record right now. you can get me on record.
Got the receipts,
I think it's sustainable.
So question now, I mean, we're old school. We love rivalries.
Hey, speak for yourselves. I'm new school. I'm new school, baby.
You just look young. It's all good. So we love rivalries.
Yeah.
I think I'm seeing something develop between the Suns and the Pels. I mean, you go back to the weekend. You saw what happened with Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
I don't know if people realize who Chris Paul kind of is. I think you see him as everybody's the point guard and the assists and all this other stuff.
I don't know about the point guard. I don't know about all that.
But he's had this long career, but he's kind of been that guy. And when it doesn't go his way, he gets a little sulky, he gets a little bit chippy, he gets a little dirty.
Yeah.
When it's like, it's old school, like your parents say, at some point the bully's gonna get punched back. And all New Orleans is doing is saying, you don't scare us.
Tired.
You're old school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're old school, and we're not afraid of you.
You're right. And know that they're just not standing for it, right? They're out there, they believe in what they do, and like I mentioned, a lot of those guys have a chip on their shoulder, right? And Zion at the end of the game, that 360 windmill there, I actually, wherever that unwritten rule came up, whatever, that's one thing. Have some integrity for the game. I mean, play defense, right? Have some integrity for the game.
Chris Paul done the same thing. Chris Paul has done the same thing. Yeah.
But I like what Zion said at the end of the game. He said, I watched that team eliminate my brothers. Last season. When he puts it like that, I appreciate it.
Boston Celtics, man, atop the East. No Robert Williams back yet. They're playing incredible. Milwaukee's right behind him. I think a game behind, if not tied. What do you think, 1 and 2, man?
So I'll say this, Boston is the real deal, right? It's a team that is shooting 40% from 3, 50% from the floor, and 8th ranked defense in the league, right? So to me, they're a good defensive team, but at the same time, their offense is so efficient that it doesn't put a lot of pressure on their defense, right? So, and they understand their roles, like Tatum,
the ball's moving.
The ball's moving. Jaylen Brown is the perfect complementary piece to Tatum. And more importantly, for years, they were searching for a point guard when they had one right under their nose, Marcus Smart. And he's the one, to me, that's the heart and soul. Marcus Smart is the key. He's the engine to this Boston team, right? And then, you talk about Milwaukee, they have the most dominant player in the league that we've witnessed in our time since Shaquille O'Neal, right? So, I think Boston will run away with, probably being the primary team in the East. But that Milwaukee team, man, when you have a force like that you can play off of, it gives you an opportunity in any game.
Every game.
And they know what winning tastes like.
Yes.
They've been there, right? Without Connaughton. He's not even back yet.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll just finish with Giannis. Like, Giannis is just that force that always plays hard. it's like we're to be a superstar, but always play hard.
Yeah.
So again, those are my top 2. But here, let me just throw something out there in the East.
Yeah. Here we go. This is gonna be a hot take. This is gonna be a hot take.
What about the Brooklyn Nets? They're right there. They're in the mix. You have probably the preeminent scorer of our generation outside of Curry in Durant, and you have probably the most skilled player in the league still. I'm gonna say, if I was to say I need to drop a guy in a one-on-one for me, I think Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
He'll put you on skates
Yeah, he put you on
and score every time.
Yeah.
You have 2 all-worlds, and again, basketball's not any other sport where you can go on as team collective. There's only been a few of those teams in history where like the collective made it all happen. Basketball's still a sport of, if I got 2, I'm really good. If I got 3, I'm gonna make it happen.
Right.
They got 2 all-world, and the guys around them are starting to just fall back in place. Because I agree, at Durant, remember, at the beginning of the year, he's like, who am I playing with? Now he's got his guy back, and the guy has his zips, stop for now.
I'll add to this. You say when you have 2, you're good. When you have 3, you're great. I'm gonna say Jacques Vaughn is that third.
Yeah.
For them, right? Because what he's done with this team since taking over.
For C-Dash,
Yeah.
Right? So you gotta credit Jacques Vaughn, and Kevin Durant is playing, if you look at his numbers, right, outside of that 2014 year in OKC, he's arguably having his best year
right now.
in terms of points per game. And we're talking about this is
efficiency.
Yeah. More than over a decade doing this thing. And the efficiency, right? 50, like the points that he's scoring and shooting over 50% from the floor. That says something,
Yes.
right? So now everything seems to be clicking, and you're starting to see guys have fun playing again.
Exactly.
Right, smiling and enjoying the game and playing the game with some enthusiasm.
And it's quiet.
Yes.
Like, we're not talking about Brooklyn. You see them, it's like, oh, the Nets won. No one's talking about them, right? So I think, I got a little sneaking suspicion they'll make some noise in the East.
December 20th, All-Star voting opens up. Got to get your picks. Let's start with the East. Big man, talk to me.
My 5 is beating your 5 regardless. So I'm going Giannis, I'm going Tatum, I'm going Embiid, KD, and Donovan Mitchell for the East.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. I'm gonna.
Okay. Like you rehearsed this, man.
Yeah, you know what? It's actually
easy.
right. So I have a few that are the same. Giannis, of course, I think he's gonna just lead vote getting, period.
Yeah.
KD, we just talked about him. He's like
Right.
so efficient. This is probably one of his best years in decades.
Right.
Tatum is all world now. I think Tatum's taking the mantle. Like, everybody wants to talk about Luka.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah.
Tatum's coming. I actually want to give Jaylen Brown a little love, man. He's balling. Maybe he could be a guy that sneaks in there just from sheer voting in 5. Why not? I'm gonna throw my hometown boy in there. OG Anunoby should be not just an all-star. He might start.
So I like your take on things.
Let me ask you something, because you came here to stir the pot. Is your 5 beating my 5? That's all I want to know.
In an all-star game where guys are just running up and down, and that's at crunch time, it could maybe. You never know.
There's one thing about OG, and I know obviously we're on the all-star takes, but he came into the season on media day and said he wants to be the best defender in this league.
Pretty much,
right?
yeah.
And I have so much respect for that, because he's come out and not just taught the talk, but he's walking the walk, right?
Yeah.
He's coming out and he's guarding 1 through 5, equally locking them up, leading the league in steals. And he's taking those steps, doing it as well. So, given that nod right there, I mean, if that's a pick,
Can't be mad at it.
I can't be mad at it.
And a guy like OG can go to any team and be the same player.
Same guy.
Other players can leave somewhere and they'll get quiet. He'll go somewhere and be the same player.
Same guy.
So my vote in the East, Andrew McKenzie, Raptors coaching staff. Give me your West. Give me your West contributions, please.
Wes, a little bit. I gotta get it to Zion. I think you gotta put the veteran like Steph in there.
Yeah.
John Morant. You gotta put him out there.
He's exciting.
I gotta give my man Shea a little bit of love, man. That guy is getting it done.
Yeah.
And then of course, everybody's favorite offensive threat, Luka Doncic is a killer.
It's funny, you guys are making fun of my iPhone 3 here, but he was in my phone looking at my picks. Those were the exact same picks. But no, I have to agree with that lineup there. And I think, the one for me, and I thought it would have been the one the one that would have stirred the pot a bit was Shea. And obviously he's playing
incredible.
He's playing out of his mind. When you look at his production and just see every year, he's constantly improving, right? You look at his production from last year to this year, 6 more points. and number 3 in the league in scoring, shooting the ball efficiently from the floor. Obviously, his three-point can always improve, but even that tells you something. And then Zion, I believe you just got to reward him for winning.
Yeah.
Right? He's come in, he's done what he was supposed to do.
Exciting.
And I think that the tough thing is LeBron James is not on either one of our lists.
Nope.
Right?
What about street
That's what I
clothes?
was about to say. Neither is street clothes, and he's balling this year. But
Hold on.
I think no, we'll go
Hold
back
that.
to your
Hold that
comment.
thought.
The monkey wrench is coming for that guy.
No, hold that. No, listen. Listen, that's easy. Stevie Wonder can see that. What I'm saying. With street clothes, those games are winning. He's putting up 55 on who? They played the Spurs 3 times in 7 days. They're beating teams like the Boston, not Boston, like Detroit Pistons. I mean, he's playing good against these teams. Let's be honest here.
He had a night where he came out against Joel Embiid.
The Bucks.
Listen,
The Philly game was a great one too, where they took him to OT.
Yeah.
Listen, the fact that we're calling him street clothes is a problem.
Is it really?
So the fact that he's now that he's playing and you have a problem with who he's playing against, I'm just happy he's on the court.
Yeah.
AD, you're on the. I'm not even gonna call you street clothes. I'm calling you AD. You're on the court. You know what? We're taking some strides there. We're making.
You
some
guys
strides.
are obviously friends. You got him on the text or something, right? Obviously.
No, his numbers are all-star level, but I just think everybody's waiting for the collapse of AD, and we just don't believe it. And
He's not on my list.
But
Either's LeBron.
But to your point around LeBron, it's like
He hasn't played enough games.
he is.
LeBron's played 18 games.
He's doing
18 games,
what, I borrow from another sport. He's doing what Tom's doing, right? It's like he's good enough. He's there. But everybody is saying it's done. I guess we're just tired of seeing it.
Yeah.
It's just time to be done.
But we're also just seeing the NBA on a whole, right? This is we're watching another transition, the changing of the guard.
Yeah,
right?
NBA
just passing the baton.
The NBA is in good hands, though.
It's in great hands.
great hands.
You
Great
look at
hands,
this.
yeah.
You look at, and what I like about all these young guys is that they've come in here to compete, right? They've come in here. They're not coming from the regime of this buddy Instagram era. That's my bro. Let's just play together and just hoop together. They're like, listen, no, I want to take his head off.
Oh yeah.
Like I want to take his
And
head
they
off.
don't care. I like that whole outlook. They're going after LeBron. They're going after the top guys. Like, I don't care what the guy's name is. They're going after him.
Ben Mathurin, the rookie, the Canadian
He's
rookie,
still getting it done.
right out of Arizona.
He's getting it done.
Before he even stepped foot in this league, he said, LeBron James has to prove to me that he's the best player in the world.
100%.
This is not only a rookie. This is a rookie from Canada, from Montreal at that. So that just goes to show you that these young boys, they're not playing around anymore.
Can you see coaches picking like these new gen players? Or are they gonna go with okay, let's give LeBron the nod. Let's give it to street clothes.
So
you know what I mean?
I think,
what do you think?
I think as a coach, you're always evaluated on wins and losses. Right, so I think there's an appreciation for players that contribute to winning, and I think it's going to be less of we have an emotional attachment to the old heads, in who are guys that are going out there and impacting winning.
Yeah, that's why I might pick up like an OG. I agree with you. Is that it's a dream that he starts, but I do think a coach will recognize his effort, and I think he'll make the team because somebody look at that guy and be like, he's doing it on both ends. He can get it done. I do have a little bit of that. It's still a show. It's an all-star game. Yeah. So as much as coaches may give this nod to some of the newer kids out here that are playing and giving their max effort, you still will see some of the tried and true. You'll see the LeBron show up in Utah. Right. You'll see street clothes in Utah. Right. You might be in the street clothes. You never know. But you'll see these guys on the rosters because I just think that there's a little bit of a mix between marketing and the fact that some of these coaches want to make sure that there's a nod to players that are getting it done.
Fellas, thanks for coming through. Appreciate your picks. I'll see you on the Raptors bench, October 2023.
Lord willing.
That comes from having a group of guys that know the system and have played together a little bit.
Thanks for making me feel old. That's that fake stuff you're putting in your veins.
Right in the middle of the floor where now the guy can boop, boop.
I saw you taking pictures, hugging babies and stuff.
Well, that's how he rolled.
There's competition out there.
Everybody.
You are so done. Yeah, man, just say no. Before the story ends, just say no.
year, more Canadians arrive on the scene in the NBA, and the latest to make a splash upon entry is the 31st pick from this year's draft, Andrew Nembhard of the Indiana Pacers.
Nembhard away!
Yeah, baby!
Got it! The rookie out of Gonzaga hits a three at the buzzer to win the game!
Baby! How cool is that?
Andrew Nembhard, his fourth three as the clock expires to win in LA.
It was the Aurora native's buzzer beater to beat the Lakers that first put the Nembhard name in the minds of NBA fans, but an even more impressive outing was in store for the Rook. In his 19th professional appearance with the Pacers, missing starting point guard Tyrese Halliburton against the greatest shooter of all time, Steph Curry, Andrew paced his Pacers with a 31-point double-double and the dub.
I just love hooping, man. I put in the work, just doing my work with the film and just trying to get better, man. This is just fun to me, coming out here hooping with my guys. Coming off a couple losses, been in a lot of hostile environments. It was a good one for us to kind of just get back together and kind of move forward.
The 6'5" Nembhard is currently tied as a top rookie assist man and is looking like a quality investment for Indiana, who chose to lock in the second-round pick on a 3-year guaranteed deal. And you don't have to stray far from Gainbridge Fieldhouse to find the next Canadian making waves and headlines: Montreal's Bennedict Mathurin. The 6th overall pick out of Arizona is averaging around 18 points per game as the 6th man for the aforementioned Pacers. Indiana's president of basketball operations, Kevin Pritchard, seems to be a big fan of Canadian talent. Mathurin is the reigning NBA Rookie of the months of October and November after averaging 19 and 4 with plus 40% shooting from distance. This makes him the first Canadian to win the award since Nuggets All-Star Jamal Murray took home the honor back in November of 2016. And Mathurin hasn't been shy about his confidence, after being quoted that LeBron James would have to show him that he's better than him before his first matchup with the King, and after a dominant performance in a come-from-behind win over the Lakers where he dropped 23 and 8 in 32 minutes compared to LBJ's 22 and 7 in 36 minutes, Mathurin cleared the air on his comments about the player many considered to be the GOAT.
I think he's the best player to ever play the game. I think people probably misunderstood what I tried to say, what I was trying to say. But me just coming to the league, I won't say anybody's better than me. It's me being confident. I know who LeBron James is. There's no LeBron James, there won't be again. So, media got their own way of saying things, but no disrespect to LeBron James. And I'm looking forward to playing against great players.
Safe to say, Ben has put the league on notice as he is currently in the running for both Rookie of the Year and the Six-Man Trophy. And now you're all caught up with your Canadian content.
Oh my God! It's over! How much you got on this? Like that. How much you got on this? Man. How much you got on it? Yeah! You say that! That's only what I need. One. Oh, you want to oh my God! We can't shoot. He never missed a penalty in 30 years. Yes, never. Go make it. He's scared. He knows he ain't gonna make it. He's scared. He's shaking. He knows he's gonna make it.
Hi, and welcome to The Drop, the lifestyle sneaker show that gets you caught up on all the good stuff out now and coming soon. I'm your host, Joe, aka Joe is the New Black. Time for some fun. Let's go. Nike and Japanese brand Sacai team up once again on the Sacai Nike Zoom Cortez in iron gray. The shoe balances the use of retro materials like a mostly nylon and suede upper with futuristic details like a geometric cut midsole, Zoom air cushioning, and doubled up aesthetics like two swooshes, two tongues, two collars, and even doubled up laces. Cactus Jack returns with these Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 lows in Black Phantom. The shoe features a reverse jumbo swoosh on the lateral side, Travis Scott branding on the tongue and insoles, and a new B logo design on one of the heels. Nike and Tokyo-based label Ambush are set to drop these special Ambush Nike Air Force 1s. The shoe feature a mostly monochromatic color scheme with much of the contrast focused on the heel tabs and exaggerated swoosh. The shoes feature Ambush branding on the lower heel, tongue, and insole. They're dropping in this pine green and citron combo, and this Game Royal and Vivid Sulfur. Celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Air Jordan 7 in the iconic Cardinal colorway, Jordan Brand is ready to drop this classic once again. It features a mostly crisp white leather upper with highlights of cardinal red. We got chutney-colored heel pulls and embroidered Jumpman logo on the collar, Retro 23 branding on the heel, and of course, signature air cushioning. Streetwear brand Stussy and Team Swoosh are set to drop these Stussy Nike Air Penny 2s in this black colorway. The shoe features a unique premium hemp canvas upper, Stussy branding on the lateral side, and big Nike Air cushioning for comfort. Virgil Abloh's legacy lives on with these upcoming Nike Terraforma off-white hiking boots. The shoes feature a multi-layered upper with suede overlays and mesh underlays. We got an oversized tongue, triple stacked marble midsole, visible air unit, and a reminder to tread lightly on the outsole. And that's it for this week's episode. So many kicks, so little time. We'll see you next time with more good stuff on The Drop. Happy holidays.
I know what time it is, man. Only winners out there. It's all about winning. That's you. I got this jersey after the victorious win yesterday. I'm gonna go celebrate with Juancho.
I forgot about Rancho.
Oh, good. So stay tuned, guys.
Hello. V, you're not my friend anymore. What's up, Ron? Precious is not my friend anymore after he left off entire Spain. Listen, you got a lot of enemies.
I got a gift for you.
You got a lot of enemies.
I got a gift for you.
Hey, you cannot start that.
Yo, you're not gonna accept my gift?
You got a lot of.
I took it off my back. That's what brothers do.
You got a lot of enemies in Spain right now.
Yo.
Hey, I'm a good loser though. I'm a good loser. Because when we win,
y'all not winning.
We already won. We already won a lot of times.
How many gold balls?
Juancho.
We got World Championship and European Championship.
Juancho.
28.
Look here.
2012.
Look here.
2010.
Look here.
Go to search on Wikipedia. It's when you were young.
Yo, he's so mad.
That's historic thing.
Yeah.